Hey Geminis, and welcome to your November 2018 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky here to give you guys hopefully another amazing reading for your month ahead, as you are really pivoting, I feel, in this month and really perhaps changing direction and deciding new ways to go. You are in a healing process for sure. I see that may have sort of started to feel like a healing crisis as well. My eyes go directly to that central theme of Nine of Wands reversed, and at the same time, I realize that everything underneath it is actually quite benevolent and quite positive. You know, there's a little bit of rough edges perhaps, but it's like a lot of good situations have come your way, but there's perhaps a lack of energy to wholeheartedly take them on. So the first thing that I'm thinking as I step into your energy, Gemini, is what is blocking your heart? What is blocking your desires right now? There's a lot of energy coming into you. There's a lot of like strong solar plexus, fiery energy I feel coming in, but for some reason you're still like feeling tired or feeling like you're not wanting to take it on. Perhaps even feeling a bit depressed or a bit melancholic moving into this month, as it sort of feels like perhaps a new beginning that you had anticipated is not opening itself to you, is not readily available, and you're sort of having to see that, and you're having to work with that in a strong way. Things are feeling quite short and feeling quite short-lived, as I feel your energy to be wanting like a long-term success, a long-term stability, a long-term security and benevolence. And it feels like what you have put together over the last few months feels short-lived in some way. So I'm feeling really strongly from the universe that it's ultimately a blessing for you. Something having been short-lived, or a relationship not lasting as long as you wanted it to, the honeymoon phase of a relationship not lasting as long as you wanted it to, a job not lasting as long as you wanted it to. It's a blessing for you to look the other way, as I feel like there's a strong cycle of looking underneath things. Perhaps you've become very like depth oriented, perhaps even a bit investigative, as you are looking underneath the new beginnings. You're looking underneath the easiness that was present in your life and seeing like what was building that up. So you've become like really smart, very intelligent, and very clear on what you want, and also what took you where you currently are. But at the same time, there's a feeling of being trapped by that, and a feeling of being trapped by your security. Like, I do feel the image of like a gilded cage. So you've really come into a lot. You've come into a lot of new benevolence and a lot of new connection with other people. Like, other people really want to be connected to you. Other people are suddenly like really wanting to be around you. Like, you've become very popular perhaps, when in the past you really wanted this. It's like now you're like, can I even step into this? Can I step into this thing, whatever it may be for you, that I have wanted for a long time? I really think that you can, Gemini. I think that you have everything that you need to step into your desires, but first off, you have to make sure that they are like something that you truly desire, and not something that's just there to sort of distract you from the desire itself. So sometimes with Gemini, you have like so many desires working at once. You have so many like mutable things happening that they can get a little bit conflicted with each other. Like, you can have like conflicting desires. And you can see that you're a little bit confused. Like, what do I want more? Like, I may not be able to have both of these at once. Which one do I want more, and which one is actually most inherent to me? This is a month in November of understanding what you want, I feel, and a really beautiful, beautiful sigh of relief as you do come into more of an understanding of what you want, what direction you want to take this project, what direction you want to take this relationship, and how serious you want it to be. As I do feel like you're all Geminis, perhaps who've like taken on new relationships, are really thinking like, what will this be for me? Will this be a marriage? Will this be a breakup or something? You're really and of course everyone thinks of that when they move into a relationship, but it's weighing more heavily on you, because Gemini tends to be spontaneous and tends to take things step by step. Like, if we get married, we get married, or if we break up, we break up. It's all about like myself and my sense of fulfillment and completion within this relationship. But now you are taking a more strategic, formulaic approach, which is interesting, and moving quite quickly as well. On the bright side, in a more mundane way, Gemini, you are going to have a lot of time to yourself to really look within this month. You're going to have a lot of time to really feel who you are and feel what you want. It feels like maybe you're taking a bit of time off from work, or at least not working overtime, perhaps not having as many jobs or as much load on your plate to take on. So really take advantage of that and sit with what you could see yourself doing in the future. Is it right? Is what you're doing right now good for you? And it feels like by thinking about that, you get the answers quite easily. Okay, Gemini, and I'm going to go ahead and move into the week to week. In the first week of November, you have Four of Cups rooted down by the Fool reversed. You are kind of second guessing. That to me feels like the energy of second guessing a decision that you made. A leap of faith, perhaps, that you made is being revised. You could even be revising like a new leap of faith that you're going to do. So if you are in business or you own your own business and you're thinking of like partnerships or negotiations and it felt like the perfect thing, now you're second thinking, is this too good to be true? To me, that's like the energy of, is this new beginning too good to be true? Am I jumping off a cliff here? Also, it is a suggestion that maybe the tried and true way is best here. Four of Cups to me says that even if the new beginning or the new avenue works out really well, you're going to be thinking back to what you were doing now and thinking, could it have been better? So what you have to do, I feel, is you have to, of course, yes, weigh out the options, but maybe allow a bit of time to pass and see if you've really gotten everything from your current location, as I like hit my desk with my hand. See if you've really gotten everything from your current existence, from your current career, from your current relationship, before you quickly turn the other direction and like gallivant off. Because are you strong enough to do that yet? I think that you are, but in the second week you have Strength reversed, rooted down by Page of Pentacles reversed. There's something about fitting easily this month that is needed by you. Again, you have so much energy, like that Ace of Wands energy, Queen of Wands energy. There's so much like fiery, strong, like good solar plexus energy for you, but there's something about needing to sit with that and needing to feel it in your body versus just channeling it out into another avenue and making it like outside of yourself. So Strength reversed to me says that while you may be strong enough, is this the way to channel the strength? Is this the best choice? It could be. It does feel costly. Page of Pentacles reversed can be sort of I want to say like unmarinated decision to spend a lot of money or to like a quick expenditure, a quick transaction. So again, like Jupiter's moving into Sagittarius during that week. It's going to oppose whatever you have in Gemini. So that's going to be very benevolent, very spontaneous, but also perhaps a bit impulsive. Beware of being impulsive with your spending or your decisions. Because, I mean, it's not bad. It's not going to be like punishing you like Saturn and Sag did back in 2017. But you can really, just by putting a little bit of extra effort into it, expand that luck and benevolence that you receive tenfold by just being smart like you are. I mean, you're one of the smartest signs of the zodiac, one of the most mentally, logically, intellectually gifted signs of the zodiac. Use that here. Third week, Ace of Wands rooted down by Knight of Swords reversed. Your energy comes from not moving too quickly. Your creativity, your passion, your purpose comes from not making split decisions that are not well thought out. Because, sometimes Gemini Sag axis, it's probably the most impulsive axis of the zodiac. Sometimes it does make really quick and split decisions. And, with Ace of Wands there, it's good fortune, it's good tiding. It's like it's going to be okay. But, I just feel like it's going to be so much more expanded if you think more about what you're doing, if you think more about what's going on. Knight of Swords reverse is always a sign or a message to not move too quickly, to slow down a little bit and to not, run too quickly off the cliff, like, with the Fool reversed and Knight of Swords reversed in a reading to me says that, we're kind of moving at a dangerous speed towards a cliff, and sometimes a leap of faith is great, but should you be so uncomfortable in your current situation with the fourth week and the Empress reversed and Queen of Wands rooting that down, should you be feeling so unrecognized or unfulfilled? To me, the Empress represents fulfillment and represents comfortability. And when it's reversed, those things are there. All of the potentials to make that is there. And maybe you have a lot of things that make you comfortable, but something about that is putting you on edge. Like you're on edge with it all. And that's rooted down by Queen of Wands, which says to me that there is just so much energy surrounding you, so much new fortune, like very fortunate energy. So that could be like new money, new bonuses, new business connections, also like a new popularity. To me, Queen of Wands and the Empress together is like the epitome of popularity and kinship and being an attractive, warm person, like being very warm. No cold shoulder or passive aggressivity, no cold shoulder or passive aggression in the month of November, please, Gemini. It's not so natural to you to be that way, but I don't know, it kind of happened over the last few months, and to be like warm and inviting will karmically overcome many things for you. So the Empress reversed could be reversed because there's a tendency to be a bit cold. Do you feel cold? Do you feel like your extremities are always cold? How is your endocrine system working? How is your health? How is your wealth? How is your benevolence? The Empress is also a sign of like good health to me. So when it's reversed, maybe you're not feeding your body enough. Maybe you've been dieting too hard. Maybe you've been like not giving yourself enough despite having everything around you. You know, it's not like there's a lack of food or a lack of money to buy food, but for some reason you're not allowing yourself to eat as if you were like poor and impoverished. Like that puts the Empress energy into reverse when all the necessary things to sustain yourself are present, but you choose not to. It sort of takes away from yourself so much because you know, there are people who can't afford to feed themselves, but you can, and it's like you're still not. So you know, if you're not going to feed yourself anyway, do you really need the money to be able to afford food? You know, that type of thing comes up, and that's harsh. That's a harsh energy wavelength, Gemini. Apply that to many things in your life. See how that's coming up. Nine of Wands reversed is your central theme. There's not enough energy. How? So many energizing cards: the Fool, Strength, Ace of Wands, Queen of Wands, the Empress. So many like injections of energy, yet you're coming out of this feeling really burned out and as if like there's no energy coming in. Are you sustaining yourself? You know, are you using all your energy to yearn for the past? Four of Cups can be very sentimental and nostalgic. Unless you've got a lot of Cancer or water in general, or perhaps Capricorn as a Gemini, you won't tend too much towards sentimentality and nostalgia. But there's something there regarding that this month. Did you have a bad breakup? Can you not eat because of your bad breakup? It's going to be so important to realize that person was not me. That person or that experience was not me. And I can't act as if I have died upon losing that. And I cannot take away from myself as if I don't need to be sustained because I've died to heal from this, you know? Nine of Wands reversed. You're almost like at such a precipice, a plateau even, of Wands energy, of having energy so high above many other people, but you're kind of afraid to step out on that. It's like fear of heights. So the best thing to do, I feel, in this month is to accept your lot. You know, to accept your lot in life, to accept how far you've come, and to accept all of the means at your disposal, and to then use that to generously build a strong foundation that contributes to your new aesthetic. You know, your growing popularity, your growing magnetism, and your growing warmth as a person, and growing directness. The Queen of Wands is so direct, not afraid of confrontation, and knows how to make healthy confrontation as well. Not confronting people just to be angry or just to voice anger and not solve anything, but how can you resolve things without being passive aggressive, without being cold, and feel warm and inviting as you resolve. Okay, Gemini, that feels to be the key of November. I'm not going to stretch things out here. I don't want to ramble. You know, you're busy. I'm not going to make this a very long reading. You're very busy this month. So I'm not going to, like as you're finishing this reading, like think, okay, what do I need to do? How do I need to fix my appetite? How do I need to fix the way that I sustain myself? And then like do it, move on with it, get it done. Because that's going to make you feel so karmically healed. Just trust me on that. Okay, anyway, Geminis, thank you so much for checking out this reading. Y'all go about your business now and like do all the things. Subscribe, like, comment, all of those things are very helpful. Thank you. Description box below to find social media, book a reading, or see my Patreon page to get these readings early and ad-free. Much love, and we'll be talking soon in December. Bye, Geminis.